conditions accordingly. Okay, so let's go to OOP. Okay, class. What is a class? What is object OOP? What is object? Okay, OOP is object-oriented programming, which is basically when you're building out your software and your code and your logic, you're basically dividing your logic into methods and properties which you are wrapping into a class. Okay, what is a class? Class a template or a structure or a blueprint. Basically, it's a definition. Okay, it's like I'm defining what a particular thing should look like. For example, in real life, student may be a class, teacher may be a class. We say that whatever meets this particular properties and methods is a class. All right, an object is instance of a class. How many a class can have how many objects? How do you create a new object? Using the new keyword. What does this keyword refer to? Current instance of a class super keyword. Immediate superclass. What is the default method that is called whenever an object is created? Constructor. What is the constructor used for? Ideally, it is used to initialize initialize the object. Some of the OOP concepts. What are the basic OOP concepts that we have covered? 4 basic concepts. The 5th one is modularity, but anyway, okay, inheritance, polymorphism, okay, so encapsulation in turn is basically supported with the help of classes, because a class encapsulates properties and methods, and then also it is also encapsulation is also enabled using access modifiers. We will do, I think we want to cover some of the things that people ask about static and non-static and all. We'll cover today. Okay, polymorphism is where one object can exist in many forms, and the way polymorphism is supported is through function overriding and function overriding and function overloading. Even inheritance, interfaces also support polymorphism. Okay, like the use of vector, right? So basically you have an interface called list, which is a list of objects. Vector is providing one implementation of contains, another thing may provide another implementation of contains, so the behavior may change based on that. Inheritance is when you have a base class and you have a derived class. What is the keyword which is used to have it make a derived class? Child class. Keyword is, if I want to extend the keyword, abstraction is using abstract, classes and inheritance. What is the keyword which is used to enable abstraction? Hoshang, abstraction. For inheritance it is, for interface it is implements. For abstract class it is abstract, simple. Okay. So for interface it is, it implements interface, abstract. Okay. An interface is basically a class with an empty object methods. Okay. And basically an interface defines a behavior or a contract. Okay. And any class which implements that interface has to implement that behavior. One class can can implement how many interfaces? Many. Okay. You know what? At this point you guys can say that you know Java. Okay, because all these like fundamental concepts you all know. Everything that you write in Java is going to cover this only. Okay,